Hey, what's up everybody? It's Flux with fluxwithit.com, and today I'm going to show you a patch using the RYO voltage controlled sequencer and a few other modules like the Mixman and the SOB filter from Animodule. And what I'm basically going to do is I'm not going to use the VC sequencer as a sequencer. I'm going to use it as a complex oscillator. Now, what you can do with this is you can run this at audio rate and then use each of the outputs as a different timbre of oscillator. So what I'm doing is I'm clocking it from a Animodule Little Monster VCO, which is going into the clock input. Okay, it's being clocked by a Synthrotech Sequence 8 voltage controlled sequencer. So the pitch is being sent to the oscillator. The oscillator in turn is sending clock to the voltage controlled sequencer in voltage controlled mode. And then the outputs of that, I'm sending a direct output from the VC sequencer. Then I'm also sending an output from trigger 1, trigger 4, trigger 6, and the main trigger output, which triggers constantly. I'm sending that. All of this is going into a Mixman module, another Mixman module, and then into an SOB filter so that I can further wave shape it. Now let's go ahead and listen to what we've got right now. Now nothing is being quantized. This is all just raw voltages and pitches going into it. And what's interesting is when we start shaping things around. Now I have one of these outputs is going into the dirt filter before going into the mix. So I can now let me go ahead and start soloing out some of the sounds. Now this is just the main output from the VC sequencer into the dirt filter and then back into our outputs. This top one here is coming from output 6 and the bottom one, okay, this guy here is a mixture of different outputs that I can mix down here. And then when I blend them together, I can get different timbres. Now all of this is of course going into this filter here, which I can open up. Now what gets really fun is when we start pinging things off of the different triggers and letting it kind of do its own thing. So I'm going to drop the filter down a bit, going to bring up the resonance and bring up the Vactrol input. And the wave shape. I'm also sending into the RYO Opto disc, and that's going to give me some hardline distortion, which is tempo synced from the micro group down here. So if I bring up the gain here, bring some drums in. And we can wave shape with the sequencer knobs. So just a very crazy sequencer that allows you to get some interesting wave shaping out of it just by adjusting the steps, and it acts as, you know, a complex oscillator in that way with all these different timbre outputs all at once, and you can just, you know, have fun patching that around and doing whatever you want to do. Stay tuned. I'm going to do some more videos on this VC sequencer here and kind of show you different things that it can do. So this is Flux of fluxwithit.com. Peace.